Man United have struggled under Ruben Amorim in the Premier League. So on this episode, we're going to show you how we think he should play against City based on the personnel he has. Welcome back to another episode of Ball IQ Podcast. And my partner in crime is back from injury, just a tight, what's it called? Load is what they call it? Load on the hammies.
Load management.
Yep.
Yeah, just got a little minor procedure on my back so I can continue to play football into my 40s like Cristiano Ronaldo Sui.
And on that note, happy birthday to the great Luka Modric.
Luka.
Turned 40 today.
Yeah, happy birthday to Temi Lala.
Happy birthday, Forbes. How did I start there? Happy birthday, Forbes. We love you, bro.
Shout out.
Shout out, Forbes. Just really quick, doing the recap. A lot happening in international play. A lot of beautiful goals scored, shocking results here and there. But we'll pick out one or two to update you. Then we'll get into the real business. The Chelsea boys did the things for their respective countries. Corella scored for Spain. Esteval scored for Brazil. Esteval is playing right now, actually, as we speak.
Kooks, man. Kooks is a hell of a fullback. I mean, I'm really proud of when you think of Chelsea's last couple of great fullbacks. I won't get too far into it, but I mean, he's when it comes to somebody who can do both parts of the job. Because he can score like Marcus. He can't score.
No, relax.
I'm sorry. He can score like Ben Chilwell, and he can defend like Aspilicueta.
Fair.
That's what I would say.
Fair.
And that's and he's as professional and as even cool-headed as Dave Aspilicueta. So
yeah,
and good.
It definitely has shown he has a strong mentality based on how he started as well. So respect to him for sure.
He's good.
He's very, very good. Messi may have played his last home game for Argentina, and he signed off scoring 2 goals. And his usual performance: silky pass here, shimmy there. A good last dance if it is for him at home. I don't know if you saw the highlights of the game or anything like that. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the highlights.
I saw the highlights. I've seen so many messy lasts, and that aren't lasts. But you can't cheat Father Time.
No, he doesn't.
I think inevitably next summer we'll probably be looking at his last international involvement in the Albi Celeste. So it's good to see that at home. I know that's important for that base.
For sure, and I mean he's teasing like we'll see, but he's going. We know he's going.
He lives here. I think his whole move to the MLS was predicated on this last dance.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's just been chilling the last couple of years. You can't convince me that there's been any wear and tear.
No, no wear and tear. And Cristiano also doubled, matched him in goals in his next game. So, and he scored again today.
It should be a cracker of a World Cup.
A cracker of a World Cup. Should we call him Mr. World Cup now? Maybe not yet. Mbappe passes Henry as now the second highest goal scorer in French history. He's now chasing Giroud. He'll probably clear him.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know if he'll catch him.
Excuse me?
I'm joking. Obviously, Mbappe is cold. I mean, his pace. He's already on pace to pass Giroud. But let's not make light of what Oli has done.
Oh, no. Honestly, you can go through my Twitter and go back to when Olivier Giroud was in Arsenal. And I was back. I'm like, you guys don't... Then. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? This guy is not, like, a world-class striker, but he's very, very good. I was backing him on Twitter back in the day.
Give him somebody better than Arshavin to link up with. And
hey, don't disrespect Arshavin like that. I saw him on socials recently. He visited Anfield.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Because,
Nice.
Yeah, he visited Anfield. I think it was ahead of the Arsenal game.
Nice.
Arsenal-Liverpool game. But yeah, shout out to Mbappe. Congrats. He's probably going to pass Giroud, so we'll talk about it then. On topic of highest goal scorers for their country, Memphis Depay is now the highest goal scorer in the Netherlands history, which is very, very impressive given that the caliber of strikers they've had, even in the last 2 decades, 3 decades, from the Patrick Kluivert to the Van Nistelrooys to the Van Persies to the Jimmy Floyd Hasselbanks to the, I mean, Marco Van Basten had a short career, but
I was literally about to be like, before I speak out of turn, I was just like, that Marco Van Basten was nasty.
no, no,
If not for injuries,
yeah, he retired like at 20, something
yeah,
28, something like that.
yeah, yeah.
But it's still impressive though. I mean, with his,
I mean, the pedigree of the Dutch culture. Cruyff and
yeah,
everybody who's played in the Orange. That is impressive
very
for
impressive
somebody like Depay to hold that
to hold that. That's very impressive. Just like when Giroud held it for,
for
well, he
like
still holds it for France, and there's the Henrys and there's the Benzemas,
yeah,
yeah.
yep,
So even though Benzema was out for a bit, but
problematic.
yeah. Um, Nuno leaves Forest. That was shockingly unshocking, if that makes sense. Like I was surprised, but again, not surprised because of all the back and forth that's been happening in that club with him and Edu and Mr. Marnakis.
It, I'm sorry, is Edu at
Yeah,
Forest?
yeah.
Wow. I you know I somehow didn't. I knew that. I knew he left Arsenal, but I
Yeah.
had not really clocked that that's where he had landed, and that
Oh
kind of
yeah.
makes sense. But yeah, I really feel bad for Nuno. This is kind of like the second, if not the third club he's kind of been like unceremoniously ousted out of after
Yeah.
doing really, really good work.
Yep.
Those three clubs being
Spurs,
Spurs, I can't really say he
Wolves.
did really good work,
Yeah.
but Wolves, he did a fantastic job.
Spurs, he started off well. I remember
Yeah,
that.
and they just didn't really like they just didn't like him.
Yeah. He wasn't
Just he,
fancy enough. Speaking of Spurs,
mhm.
do you know Daniel Levy has left?
Yeah, of course, of course. That was front page news in London. Yeah, that's did you mention that last week?
No.
No. So Danny, I mean him. I guess it might have happened on Thursday.
Yeah,
To
it
be
happened.
honest,
Yeah, yeah, it
really,
happened right
truly.
after. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, him leaving is kind of like it's. I personally think that he has limited their ability to reach the upper echelon, the
Yeah.
top tier
Yeah.
of British football. Alternatively,
Made them a lot of money.
lot of peas,
It made them a
lot of
lot of money.
money. 25 years on the job. A lot of players have come through there under his tutelage. I'm not giving him the credit for. I mean, Bale, Modric, everybody like played for Spurs, J. Kane during their time, but
Mm.
it does take a steady hand to build that squad, and when other prying eyes come, you know, as much as I hate to say it, that man hung on to a player.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you're not getting out.
You know what I'm reminded of?
It is his club first. He's not. There's no player power at Tottenham. No, it's Daniel Levy top power, and the buck stops with him. That's why you saw so many coaches like Jose, excuse me, and Conte who demand or require power of their own.
Hmm.
I
Did
mean,
not work.
not work at all. So I think you're gonna see a new era of um,
Spurs.
Spurs where the manager is a lot more involved in the formation and the trajectory of the squad and the development of the squad. Um, Less selling for selling's sake.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna be for. I think they're gonna be better off after all the good work he's done.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I think to your point of like the manager will have more, like you know, more say in the direction. I think there are not many better to have in this situation than Thomas Frank.
Perfect. Perfect.
Than Thomas Frank.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
it's
Um,
lining up pretty well.
yeah. If I was a fan of the Premier League, which I am, and if I had deep pockets, and is funding something, you'd want to look at a track record of stability,
Hmm.
of doing a lot with a little,
Hmm.
um, with being able to highlight or to identify assets that will come good in the future. He has all of that in abundance.
Yeah,
So yeah, they're in a transition, but it's a good transition.
very, very good transition. Um, really quick, we'll talk about. We'll save our people for last.
Yeah.
Onana loan to Trabzonspor. Um,
No.
that was
Yeah.
another surprisingly unsurprised, shockingly unshockingly shocking, whatever it is. You know what I'm trying to say.
It's just kind of funny to me because everybody saw the window close and everyone was like, "Oh no!" They already signed the replacement for him,
Yeah,
and
from
I bet, like deep down, he's like, "I made it."
you know that he smile when he messes up.
Yeah, he's like, "I made it. I'm safe." And they're like, "No, the window in Turkey's wide open, buddy. Matter of fact, whoosh." So I think that's I think after the international break, we'll see a new person in between the sticks
Hmm.
at Old Trafford, which will be, you know, ain't nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
No,
right.
no, because let's talk
Literally.
about it. Let's talk about it. The last imprint on my mind of Onana was that Grimsby Town game, right?
The PKs,
Yeah,
these
and I
two
mean,
goals.
I watched him touch six. Fingers touched six of those. You know, I believe it was about six. He had hands to. Um, just couldn't do it.
The one I remember is the like later on in the stage because I didn't watch that game. You remember it was I was still working and you were
Mhm.
pinging me like, "Yo, bro, you got to see this." And there was one when I logged in, one that like it literally he
No
had two
business.
hands.
Yeah, no business.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Like
don't know. I don't know. I mean, again, this was somebody that was
I don't know what to say.
pretty.
Trying to be as PC as possible.
Yeah,
But I'd
this
love to see one of us be good at be
oh
able
yeah,
to.
no, yeah.
Actually, I rescind that, edit that out because he got Magic Mike
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
at AC Milan,
for
but
sure.
in the Prem.
But he was unfortunate to see because it was so good for Inter. I think he did have his moments at Ajax, but for Inter it was pretty good. So anyway, I wish him all the best. I don't see how he would go up from Trabzonspor.
I don't know if I wish him the best because I
That is a crazy thing to
that
say.
I've listened to him speak before, and like he's a very arrogant.
Is he arrogant or confident?
Okay, so there's confident. There's always that delicate line
Yeah,
of confident or conceited,
yeah,
cocky but not conceited, and you know there's a fine line between. There's a difference between Garnacho and Ronaldo right
yeah.
there. That's the difference, and I think he needs to be. I think this will be good for him. He needs to find
This
himself
would be
again.
good for you. Sound like a parent that's sending a kid to boarding school. I think it's gonna be good for you. Fix
think
that
it-
attitude.
I mean, I say it because I say it because um, sometimes, I mean, it's good for a goalie sometimes just to take a step back. Kappa needed to take many steps. You got way
We
too
went.
much dip on your chip.
We
Way
went.
too much dip on your chip.
How many episodes without a Kepa slander? Like it didn't take that long
Oh,
at all.
my bad. My bad. Yeah, well, we move. We move.
We move. All the best to Nana from Misha.
Yeah.
Not from him, but from me.
It'll be good for him.
Nico Jackson.
Be good.
Nico Jackson. Bayern. I covered it a bit yesterday, last episode. Um, it was almost recalled back, and the plane doesn't go back, says this agent, and it's official number 11, I believe, which is surprising. I'm like, why didn't Diaz take that number? But anyway,
Yeah.
number 11, Bayern. There's clause 40 games, and they have to buy. And what did Rummenigge say?
Excuse me, it's Uli Hoeneß, I think, is the director of football
Yeah.
for Bayern, and he said, "Yeah, there's just no way. You really have. There's no way he's going to meet the 40 game
This player.
Yeah, this player will not. We won't purchase him. There's no way. And when you really look at it, it's. I mean, I feel for Nico. I hope that this loan gives him a platform to, you know, to prove his talents and kind of get a little bit more value to his name.
So you can say
So I
this
could also,
guy.
or he
This
can come,
guy.
or he can
Do
come back,
you?
or he can come back and be good.
I don't trust you, this guy. When you said
But
value, I'm like, oh my god, thinking like a typical Chelsea guy.
Chelsea.
Bring money for us.
Here comes the money. But you gotta even think, man. Like there's no way. There's 36 matches, I think. In how many matches are there in the Bundes? Up
34.
up 30. So there's 34 matches. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
I think it's
18 teams,
34,
yeah.
36. Yeah, 34 games. It's an AFCON season.
Oh yeah,
He's going.
he's going. He scored today.
Yeah, he's going. So there's no way. Like he's not even come December. Peace. I'm gone. Like I'll see y'all next when the ice melts.
Yeah, I'll see you in
Like,
February.
yeah, that's just how it is.
And he plays for a team that will be favorites,
Yeah,
Senegal.
yeah. So deep run probably, and by the time he comes back to the squad, I mean, if things go Bayern's way, they're not going to
League
really
done.
need. Yeah, everything is be like what, like. So it's kind of sad. It's just kind of curious that his agent was like beating his chest a little bit about this and pictures and stuff like that, because this is a bold faced loan if I've ever seen one. Like he's coming back, and not only that, to add insult to injury, it was very public that Nico and his agent or Nico funded some of this loan fee to get it
How
over
much?
the line.
3 M's or something?
About 3 M's. So yeah, you're kind of going out sad. But again, football playing time is most important, and I understand why he prioritized his playing time over anything, because I do think he's a bright star for Senegal. I think
Yeah.
it's an AFCON year. It's a World Cup on the heels of World Cup year. It's very important that he plays. It's just I don't think and after losing the lap for what looks like to
3
be
months.
about 3 months, maybe about 4 or 5 games. Yeah, I definitely take him over Mark Gui.
Yeah.
But the way it had been and the toxicity it had reached
It was
over the
not kind.
summer, I'm not saying there wasn't a bridge back, but there's a lot of, you got to work really hard to come good.
It's a long journey to come back.
Yeah.
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 But
So,
you mentioned AFCON year. Nigeria tied South Africa today. So chances of reaching the World Cup is slim to none. It's very frustrating watching Nigeria over the last couple of years because, like for example, I was telling you earlier, we've played 7 games in this qualifiers. We've only managed to score more than one goal once, and it was 2 goals. And I think since for at least for over a decade, we've not had a creative midfielder,
no.
and we like the the way we've played under multiple coaches, we look the same because we lack that one missing ingredient that links the work that defense does, which is pretty good. The defensive midfield and controlling. I mean, defensive midfield is good enough. I think, and the attack we have bunch load to choose from, including two of the African best in Ademola Lukman and Victor Osimhen. Tolu Arogodare is coming up. Boniface had his time. Samuel Chukwueze is there. Like you can go on and on about it. Just that 10. That's what do you call it? Is a sized hole.
There's an Eze-sized hole in the squad.
That's why I was so hurt when Eberechi Eze chose England because that's exactly what we needed. We just needed somebody that would pick a pass. Like today it was tough watching. You just launch the ball forward, chase, win a 50-50 ball. If you lose it, you get run back, get the ball long for like it was just was
Yeah,
tough.
it was really tough to watch. It's been tough to watch. In my youth, our youth, in the form of a 10, we had Obi Mikel, John Mikel Obi.
Austin JJ Okocha.
We had JJ Okocha. We had we had needle movers. We
Yes.
had creative players. Players who would literally open everything up for the rest of the team.
Yep.
When you talk about the glory years of the Super Eagles when we were younger, and then John Obi Mikel was able to do bits as well as a 10.
Yeah.
For his team, the international team, we won the AFCON for God's sakes.
Yeah.
So it's painful to watch. It's insane to me in a year in which they increased the field of applicants to the World Cup. This
We
is the biggest
still
World Cup
didn't make it.
ever happened.
Or may not make it.
Yeah, I mean,
Most likely.
most likely it's out of our hands. It's in God's hands. But you don't cast.
You don't cast, though. You
It's
don't
a
cast.
huge loss, or not loss, but draw. The pitch sucks. Afro beats over I'm a Piano. The most popular I'm a Piano song is I'm a Piano by Ashake. Let that sink in.
That's just, you're just lashing out now.
Well,
'cause you're-
it does. It's trouble. It's frustrating. We're both from Atlanta, or we're both in Atlanta now.
Yes.
I've lived here for a long time.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a more star aligning potential moment than being able to go to a World Cup group stage match
In our
in
backyard.
Atlanta, in our backyard, host some of our cousins. Really, I mean,
we have another.
I've been dreaming about it for years.
You know, we have another half of a show to do. You're making me emotional.
No, it was a tough loss today, or draw rather, and
It felt like a loss.
it felt like a loss. It felt like a loss. So,
Felt a loss.
anyway, we'll see. But yeah, it's the international break. That was probably, I mean, I was tuned into that most specifically.
Specifically,
Really,
yeah, that
really
was the
bummed.
biggest game for us in the whole week.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say or ask: anybody get touch wood? Nobody got hurt on international duty, right? Nobody of note.
Not that I know.
I'm trying to think.
I know. For speaking of Nigeria, all I know got hurt today,
Knock.
but I don't.
I don't think anybody.
I don't think anybody.
Yeah, touch the wood.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
anybody.
think
got hurt.
anybody. I mean, João Pedro took a knee or like a chest. Did you see that, Martinelli?
No.
Martinelli, like Pedro's in the box. Arsenal's doing, or Martinelli was doing some of that Arsenal like box crashing stuff where he's just like really physical in the box.
Yeah.
And they collided. Same team, and João Pedro went down, couldn't breathe, got the air knocked out of him.
Oh,
Vomited on the pitch a couple of times.
I did not see that. I didn't watch. I watched the highlights of the game again as well.
Came out early, I believe, but it was precautionary more than anything. But yeah, hopefully I think everybody stayed.
Everybody stay healthy. But yeah, that's the recap. You want to discuss United?
If we must.
If we must, is crazy.
That's accurate.
Like we mentioned in the beginning of this video, Man United under Amorim, specifically in the Premier League, have sucked. And because of that, we think if they played the way we're about to show you, they will suck less than they currently do. Right now, United play a very interesting formation, right? It's fluid, right? It starts off three in the back, usually is a Euro, Delict. So Euro on the right, Delict central, Shaw left, Dogu as the wing back, and Dalo, Casemiro, Bruno, Mbuemo as one of the tens, Mount as the other 10 on the left, and Cunha, right? And Cunha may not play this weekend, but we'll just use Cunha. And usually what United do is they push Dogu up a little further because Luke Shaw can play as the auxiliary left back, and Euro has the pace if Dalo is not close by to cover some yard. But again, it turns into like a 4-4-2 situation like this, and they leave Buemo wide by himself, right? And it's Cunha, Mount kind of operates in this little channel, and they count on Bruno and Casemiro to, you know, control the game, and Bruno to somehow control the game, defend, and still create, which Bruno cannot do. That's not his game. So why that's even an an approach is weird in itself, in my opinion. Here is the problem because Bruno, especially this season, it happened last season when there were two trained professional center mids playing together. It's even worse this season when you're playing a 6 and a 10 as two sixes. You're pretty much playing as 1-6 because Bruno doesn't have the defensive awareness to see, like, like to shadow mark, to know when to press, when not to press, when to go for attack, when not to go, to check his shoulder when the ball is out wide. Hence the Emil Smith roll goal against Fulham. He just doesn't have that in him. So why you play him here, I don't understand. Now, here is what we are proposing. A very simple formation, right? Very straightforward formation. Simple 4-3-3, like so, right? 4-3-3. But we'll walk through each of the players' responsibilities and how this will make Man United better. You ready to tell him?
Let's do it.
Four in the back, I suggest Euro keeps his spot with Delict, and I suggest Shaw, knock on wood, he stays fit, or just go buy a left back. I don't care. But Shaw and Dallo and Casemiro, Bruno, and Mainu. I'll tell you everybody's responsibilities once I name the lineup. And Mbeumo can start here. When he's fit, Cunha can play on the left, and Sesko up top. Now, Man United's biggest problem is the midfield. They have, when they play two man, which they've been doing under Amarin, they have no control of the game. Like they don't keep the ball properly. They have decent possession, but the possession just looks ugly.
Yeah.
It's just not attractive. It's not cohesive at all. If they go back to a simple three in the mid, Casemiro, I mentioned last was 2 episodes ago. If you play him in a six with you know cover, adequate cover, he may turn into somebody who won 4 Champions Leagues. He may. I think he will because we saw that in the 2 games he's played, I believe under Carlo Ancelotti, he's been protected and he has played very well for Brazil. So that shows that he can do the job. I'll give you some stats. Last season, Casemiro won 64% of his duels last season, right? 64%. Just to give you a comparison, the player that is in the Premier League team of the season last season, Gravenberg, won 57% of his. Casemiro won 4.2 ground duels per game. Gravenberg won 4.3, so about the same, but Casemiro's percentage was higher. The best six in the Premier League, in my opinion, is
Boy.
Moises Caicedo, right? Moises Caicedo won one more grand duel per game than Casemiro with a less percent. So obviously, Moises Caicedo is better than Casemiro at this moment. But if he's the yardstick and the player that won the league and was voted the best six in the league last season in Gravenberg, if Casemiro has better defensive stats than him in an open midfield like this, and he's doing that, I believe that when he's covered properly, he would do even better than that, right? Do you agree with
I
that?
concur. I think the difference between the two systems, or the three players, Caicedo, Gravenberg, and Casemiro, are essentially how the cover that each of those players is given.
Exactly.
I watched a season where Caicedo was not played with enough cover.
Hmm.
He was played with the right cover, but his partner in crime, Enzo, they didn't have the balance of those two players
Yes.
wasn't in it wasn't humming in the way that it needs to. I think I see that right now in United's midfield.
Yes.
Like Bruno's trying to do what he usually does. Casemiro's simply doesn't have the pace to play that position all by himself as a six. And Cobby's not being played as of right now. I feel like they're just kind of using him as competition for Bruno, where in reality they need to change the formation to allow for both of them to play, which would give you the best of both Casemiro and Bruno.
And Bruno.
Um, so great point.
And now let's talk about how they would attack in this formation, right? One thing that I noticed that Amarim has been doing with Brian and Bremo is isolation on the right? So again, we've seen this model with PSG where uh, Akimi kind of like inverts and leaves either Due or Bacola or Vicha Kvaratskhelia to go 1v1 and he can just roam around here. Dallo is a very, very good football player. He's not the greatest defender, but he's decent. So if he pushes up and they play like this, Shaw can do the same job that he's doing now in the current formation in the 4-3-3 a la Nuno Mensch, where uh, in PSG it's Marquinhos and Pacho and Nuno Mensch stay, and they have the protection of either Vitinha or João Gomes. I always get his
I
name
think it's Neves because you always say
Neves,
Gomez.
yeah, João Neves, and then the other midfielder Fabian Ruiz and uh, João Neves or Vitinha go forward and join Dembele and Due and Bacola and whoever. But in the same vein, Sesko is up top. I think say the 10 is Meno. Meno's role would be the link between both of them and coverage right here. Because he's young, he has the legs. It's not fast, but he does have the legs to
Right.
cover that. And uh, what's his name? Cunha, who will be the second 10. And Bruno likes to get the ball around this area and create. So it will be something like this to attack where you still have coverage in the back. You still have coverage in the back. When Dalo goes forward, Menu can operate here. Euro has the legs to cover here, and Casemiro will not like be too involved. So when Euro goes, in case he does, Casemiro can cover him because he can't do that. And Casemiro, one thing about Casemiro, he doesn't mind getting dribbled. Like he doesn't care. You will go for attacker. You can cut him, or you can chop him. But he's done his job. He just needs you to take make one extra decision, and he does that very well. I actually admire it for him. I don't think a lot of people understand what he's doing. Like he just dives in, and people think, oh, he gets beaten. Ooh, but he's doing that. Like he doesn't care, and that's a quality you need from somebody like that. And uh, the lift is the Clara, and again, short, just like Nuno Mensch
Yeah, Jimenez.
can will start deep, but pick and choose when he can go forward. But the key of this thing is obviously along with positional awareness is compactness. So there's no like space in between, and when they lose the ball because they're already this tight like this, they can easily press if they want to press. They look fitter this season, I'd say, in my opinion, based on eye test. So pressing should be easier than last season. And the main point of why I think they should play like this is Man United don't create enough chances. This season, United has created two big chances per game, and they scored 1.3 goals per game. That's a small sample size. Okay, I'll tell you what they did last season. They scored 1.2 goals a game last season, and big chances created 2.2. Pretty much the same.
It's early, but yeah,
Pretty much the same
same,
thing.
same.
They have one assist all season this season. Chelsea has like five.
I mean,
um,
healthy.
Liverpool have like six.
Yeah, just a little bit higher.
Like they're not playing. They're not creating. That's the main problem. And again, they're not creating, and their transition defense. Those two involve the midfield. So if the midfield is this compact and this aligned and with these positions, it brings out the best in every single person. I'll give you an example. Liverpool won the league last season. They won the league scoring 2.3 goals per game. They created say 4 big chances per game. That's literally about double what United create. And Liverpool played a similar formation to this. On what they did was this was Grav, but McAllister was the left CM, and either say Curtis Jones was the one, or Soboslai, excuse me, I should say, was the one really going for doing the Bruno Fernandes role.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't rocket
It
science.
is not.
What it takes is it takes some tactical flexibility and somebody who is a little bit less uh, set in his ways. That's
Yes.
the best way to put it.
Let's say it in this way is a very kind way to put
Yeah,
it. I'm
stubborn.
surprised you're that kind.
Yeah, he's being
When did you
stubborn.
become that kind?
I don't want to,
When did you become that kind?
my my high school mascot was the Red Devils, so that's the
Oh,
only kindness you'll see
that's
for Old Trafford or
that's
for Man U. But
that's crazy.
what I will say is, it's just stubbornness and I think the formation that you just mentioned is, at least right now, the most success. Like, it's the kind of the blueprint for a successful side in the Premier League.
Mm,
At least a successful
Essentially,
midfield.
essentially.
So until you see that, where it's a synergistic trio almost, where there's three players with three different skill sets that are able to shine because you know they're masking their strength, their weaknesses, and highlighting each other's strengths, is big. But the problem with United right now, in terms of creating, is they're not even comfortable in their own ends.
Mm.
And until that happens, um, it's you're on the back foot. So I think I think over the last 2 weeks or whatever, last week and some change, maybe we'll see a different tactical makeup from United. This is a very important. How you start coming out of the break is very, very important.
Very, very important. And again, Manchester United, the Manchester Derby is this weekend, right? It's Sunday.
Mm.
City like usually, they play with. I think Aitner is fit. Assuming Aitner is fit, he plays. He's a very attacking minded fullback, and they seem to start Rico Lewis at right back, and Mamouche starts on the left with Oscar Bob on the right. I think that in this formation, as I'm showing right now, I think everybody knows what their assignments are in this formation. Like especially when they are compact, right? Because if you play that nonsense too, with Casemiro and Bruno in the midfield by themselves, we both saw, even though he kind of tapered off in the last 2 games. See, Johnny Reinders, one thing he's going to do is run
Yeah.
behind you all the time. He's going to keep running and keep running and keep running behind you. Bruno is not going to be able to keep up.
Nope. It's kind of it's not a shame, but yeah, I think Ruben Amorim has no choice but to rely more on Kabi Menu, because they didn't get Baleba. I
Nope.
think they were looking for him. Ugarte is still there, is he?
Yeah.
Still there. And you're not getting much from him. He's not the answer. I think it's this formation.
I think so. Even honestly, he's not. Ugarte is not like a game changer. It's not like some sort of this guy has to play kind of thing. But if we think Menu is better in this position next to Casemiro as the 8, but even if he plays Ugarte here, I bet you they'll be better.
Yeah.
If he plays any of his
Yeah.
midfielders with Casemiro and Bruno in this coverage, tight, compact team, I think they'll be better. Look at how Newcastle is
I
3
was just about to say, is that Joelinton, Grimares, and Tonali?
and Tonali.
Those guys don't take ish. They don't take ish from anybody. And if you give Tonali time, as evidenced by a couple of days ago,
Yeah,
he will
will shoot.
he will shoot, and he might bag you one.
Exactly.
I don't see why. I don't see why they can't do that. I don't see why that can't be Cobby or Bruno.
I don't see another example.
System, but
Different system. That we want them to play that system. That's the system we want them to play. Another example is Spurs 3 this season. Bentancur, Paulinia, and Pape Matassa, who scored today for Senegal as well. Look at their performance. I know they lost against Bournemouth. I think it was just a one-off. But look at their performance against City, for example, away, and even the first game of the season. Those three, they don't leave Bentancur is not the fastest player. Paulinia is not the fastest player. Paulinia, when he was in Fulham, used to win a lot of tackles. But if you leave Paulinia by himself, you might teach what you're seeing from Casemiro.
Right. No, 100%. That's fair. I think that's very fair.
I think that if United, we know over the last couple seasons, they raised their game. I mean, they beat City away last season. So, not to say that they have no chance, but City have lost 2 games and won one. United have won 1-1. But I would argue that because City is going, they have no problem scoring. Like I said, they have 5 assists, I believe. Oh, no, that's Chelsea. I forget. I can pull up how many assists City have already. Even against Spurs, that wasn't their best game. They create chances, big chances, and Haaland scores goals.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, they got plenty of goal scorers. They got plenty of ways to score.
And so if United don't fix up, and this is for the City game and beyond, play like this and see what happens. Everybody has their designated roles within the 11. Like I said, Shaw is more like, inverting to the midfield or a little bit. But again, the Nuno Men's role, De Ligt is the sweeper. Lenny Yoro at right center back to cover when Dalo goes. Dalo will invert. Mainu will be the 8, mainly operating on the right side where dictating tempo, getting the ball, keeping the ball. He can get the ball under pressure, turn around, and link play. Bruno would go operate in this area, looking to get the ball so that he can either shoot from this from when he gets closer to the post, or find any their big number 9 or Mbeumo running back stick. Again, him and Cunha can have a tandem here where Cunha can get the ball out wide, do some magic, or can make inverted runs in here, a la Hazard or any creative winger. And Sesko stretches the team. He can be a quick release for a long pass because he's tall and he can jump. He plays basketball as well, so he has hops. And he can be Bruno likes to cross the ball a lot. He can also be an option for Mbeumo when he breaks through. We saw Mbeumo create a lot of goals for Vissa in Bradford, so he can do that and he can benefit. I bet you even, I know United fans will hate me for saying this guy's name, but even Hoyland would play well in this system as well.
Yeah,
he will. He just will. But let us know your thoughts.
Shout out to Hoyland's acne. Skin looks clean. Looks like a happier.
Let us know your thoughts.
Happier guy.
Let us know your thoughts. What you think. If you disagree, please let us know. If you have a different opinion or different idea, please let us know. But Amarin, please listen to us. We may save your job.
Mm-hmm.
We may save your job.
It's possible.
It is possible. Stranger things have happened.
It's a watershed moment. It's a pivotal moment for him.
Yes.
You know, I don't think. Actually, I don't even. It's. This is the last thing I'll say about United. They've just pulled the trigger on like so many coaches so quickly and
Yep.
prematurely. It's kind of the ultimate test because this is the worst it's been with a new coach ever
Ever.
in the history of the club. But it would be cataclysmic, catastrophic to sack him now after backing him. It would just repeat the whole cycle
Again.
But even with an embarrassing loss, because I look at Ten Hag and Liverpool losing Liverpool 7-1, and
Yeah.
that didn't get him he didn't lose
Nope.
him his job. So it's an important game, but I think if you're not gone after Grimsby,
I don't know. Tell me who your pastor is if you're still there after.
so
All right. IQ goal of the week. Like I said, there are quite a few decent goals. Kukurea against Bulgaria was a lovely,
that's for me.
yeah, lovely
me.
goal. David Strelec for Slovenia, to win the game against Germany was a beautiful curler top bins.
Esteval's bike, though.
Yeah, it was a good goal. Tolu Arokodare scored the same goal for United to beat. I mean, not United. Excuse me. For Nigeria to beat. Was it Rwanda? Whoever we beat.
It was Rwanda on some Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, CR7 scored a nasty volley bouncing volley from outside the box against Armenia. He's a very good goal. Lee Dong-gyong, his goal against the U.S. Did you see that goal?
Yeah, it was good.
That was a beautiful.
We didn't talk about the misery
Oh,
that is USMNT.
Yeah, that's another episode. Because Pochettino is.
We're hosting the tournament, so we'll make the tournament.
Yeah.
But we don't deserve to be there.
No. Yeah. But that was a very good goal. Matty Cash scored a screamer against the Dutch to equalize for Poland, and a cold celebration too. Mikel Moreno scored 4 goals in 2 games for Spain, and one of those games was a hat trick against Turkey. They won 6-0. His third goal for that to complete his hat trick was a beautiful.
The Spanish
yeah.
Frank Lampard, dude.
Yeah, bro. Like he's actually a very good player. Very good player. He showed glimpse of it last season as well when he was asked to play up top. And Vert scored a nice free kick against Northern Ireland. I know UB Cooks. That Lee Dong-gyong's goal was kind of like it just reminds me of a PlayStation goal. Matty Cash goal was, I mean, you can pick anyone. You know what? You pick, because I'm sick of
Let's hear about it in the comments.
Yeah,
you pick. For me, Kukurea, it was the vision, it was the delivery of the pass. That was premeditated, y'all. That wasn't an accident at all. It was full confidence. And you're watching a player at the peak of his confidence,
yeah,
his
for
powers.
And he just stood there.
Yeah. Just an absolute piss missile. So great. But yeah, we'll see. In the comments, let us know.
Let us know. I'm debating between Matty Cash and Lee Dong-gyong. I think I lean Lee Dong-gyong, but like Nelson said, let us know. IQ Player of the Week. That David Strelec, that was a big game for Slovenia, beating Germany 2-1, and he had a goal and assist. Mikel Moreno, like I said, scored 4 goals in 2 games from midfield for Spain. Moise Kean scored 3 goals in 2 games. Rutegi scored 2 goals and 3 assists in 2 games.
Damn.
He had a hat trick of assists against Israel, which was a crazy game. Italy won 5-4. Nuts game. He, for me, is my player of the week.
Yeah, 2 and 3 is crazy.
Yeah, 2 and 3 and 5 is crazy. And like he was just a complete number 9 performance across the 2 games. He knew he can hold up. Like some of the assists were just like back to goal, back in the defender, just nice deft touch for somebody to finish, and he showed range this international break. So Rutegi, congratulations, IQ Player of the Week, and upcoming game, the big game is the Manchester Derby that we covered earlier when we were discussing United. Any predictions for that game?
I think it's going to be a shellacking. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think I actually think it's going to be like a 3-1 City win.
3-1 City win at the Etihad.
Yeah, I do think that. I think City has you've packed them into a corner. They're desperate for points early
Yeah.
on. I talked to you about how important it is to come out of the international break hot.
Yep.
And I think Pep knows that more than anything after winning a few.
Yeah.
So I give it to City, man. I think
City.
they've got way more ways to score, whereas everything needs to go exactly right for
Exactly right is exactly
United.
right.
And even if the players are up for it, the tactics have to be right on the day.
Yes.
And I don't know.
Again, we don't know whether he's gonna do what we think. He might go do some stuff like start Bruno as up top as a false nine.
Nothing's off limits with this guy. Really, truly. So.
You remember Grimsby?
Oh yeah, the burgers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we'll see. More than anything, Harry Maguire coming up.
That's
No shame. No
blow.
shame.
But I really do think that with how sharp physically United are, with the formation that we suggested, I think they go and win 2-1 if they play like that. Now, if they play the regular 3-4-3 with Bruno and Casemiro, I don't. I agree with you. I think it's a 3-1.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But you know how football is. You'd predict something and then something
inverse
crazy
happens.
The inverse happens.
I just I don't know. I think I don't see him. I don't see
You don't see him budging.
seeing the light.
Yeah. I don't see it either. But we'll just hope. Actually, I don't even care. But
it would make it interesting.
it will make it very, very interesting.
I
hope
don't.
that he listens.
I actually. We need. I would prefer City to stay on like a little bit. It's crazy to say. I don't know. I need to digest it.
You need to know who's better in the long run for you.
Well, I fear City. I always will, regardless of how much of a how many points they're getting right now. But I don't think that I don't want them to lose points early, get out of it early when they're really one of the only other clubs out there that can challenge and put
Liverpool,
bring it down to the last final day. If they remove themselves from the competition early, if there's an injury that like kind of takes them out of it early, it's just as a third party, it kind of ruins the whole final day run sprint. I'm confident my club will be in the mix, but
I think so too.
in terms of getting like really pushing and having, we need more. We need more. So I need to see more. But anyway,
we'll see. And that's the show. Thank you for sticking with us. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you thought about our proposal to Amorim. What goal was the goal of the week for you if it wasn't on our list? Who was a player of the week for you if it wasn't on our list? And your predictions for the Manchester Derby.
yeah.
Thank you guys for watching and supporting. Catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.